Hey guys, welcome back to Ben Ventures. You're back here with Ben, and as you can see, I'm all prepped up for another little adventure. So I'm doing an overnight camp. It's a bit of a hike, so it's about 2.5 hours to get there. I'll be stopping at 2 lakes, and as you can see, I am testing out my new backpack, which is the Osprey, but I'll put the details there for you to check out. So far, first impressions, it's pretty comfortable around the shoulders, but there's some small little details that are kind of annoying me, like the pockets here are hard to access, and I don't know. I'm trying it out. It seems to be okay for now, but I'll let you guys know along the trip how it does. And I'll put all the information about all my gear in the description for you guys to check out. And if you like this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks guys. Let's get into it. Always make sure to hit the head before you go on your hike. And I don't mean trailhead. So the start of the trail kind of splits off into two different areas. One area, which I'm going to, is Greendrop Lake, and then the other area is called Flora Lake. So it's 7.1 kilometers. Let's check it out. So Flora Lake's that way, and I'm heading this way. I'm heading right over here to Greendrop Lake. 5.9 kilometers. Now that's not too bad. Flora Lake is more of a harder hike. There's more upslope, more hills. My trail that I'm going on is very bouldery, I guess from slides that happened. So the first part of the hike is probably about 45 minutes to get to the first lake, which is called Lindeman Lake. And there's a couple of videos where I visited Lindeman Lake during the summer and during the winter, and it's gorgeous. And go check out those videos. I'll put the links in the description. But this time I'm going further in to Greendrop Lake, and actually between the two lakes it's not as nice of a lake. Lindeman Lake is much more gorgeous, so it's like a crazy green color. The weather's about 15 degrees Celsius. I'll give that to you guys in Fahrenheit up there, and it's cloudy, so you won't be able to see as much of the green on the lake this time, but it's all good. It's still beautiful. So one thing I'm finding out pretty quick about this backpack is the chest strap here. It's quite high up, and I don't know if I just need to adjust my backpack to be higher up on my back. I think it's set to the medium setting right now, but it's too close to my neck, if you guys can see that. So not a big fan of that, but I'll try and adjust things maybe when I get to the first lake. Hopefully figure that out, because it's quite annoying already. Alright, so trucking along the first portion here, which is all uphill. My backpack is around 40 pounds, 45 pounds with all my camera gear and stuff. So, you know, slow going at this point, but I got many more kilometers to go. So let's get into it. Nice little bridge here. Not sure if this is a creek or what. Looks like a creek. Well, so far the pack is holding up pretty nicely around the shoulders, but that's getting to me. That's being really annoying. So I'm gonna have to figure this out because it's like riding upwards to my throat almost. So luckily it's adjustable, so I could probably just adjust it down a little bit lower on my back. It's interesting because it feels decent as to the positioning on my back. Like it doesn't feel too high or too low. So I don't know, I'm curious to see. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comments, is this supposed to be that high? I don't think so. But let's keep trucking along on this trail here. Like I said, the first part is all uphill, and then it flattens out at the top at the first lake. All right, so I've made it to the plateau here, past the uphill, which is great. I might have to take a layer off. It's getting hot, and it's not even that hot out, just it's all the uphill stuff. So I'm about 10 minutes away from the lake or so, but from here on in, it's flat. Like I said, the trail is relatively flat to the second lake, but it's very bouldery, so I have to take my time and make sure I don't turn an ankle or anything. So that'll be a little slow going, but it'll be beautiful along the way. All right, so we have made it to the camp spot, the first set of camp spots, and this is Lindeman Lake. So at the site, I'll just show you guys here. They're doing a lot of work and renovation on it, but check it out. So you have tent pads. It's relatively wide open, and the lake is over in there. And there's way better spots in there. I'll show you guys what that looks like, but yeah, it's a pretty slick spot. I think at this point, I believe these days you have to book a camp spot, like you have to reserve. It gets quite busy during the summer. I'm pretty sure on that, but I'll let you know in the description just in case I'm incorrect, and you can just come first serve. It might be first come first serve. But let's go have a look at that beautiful lake. So here's some more of the tent pads that are right along the lake here. Not a bad view to wake up in the morning. It's so peaceful and quiet, and there's nobody around. It was just really serene. So it's a must-see spot. And again, it's called Lindeman Lake, and I'll put the link in the description. But I'm gonna go grab some water because I'm thirsty. All right, stripped off the jacket, got refreshed with some water, and now I'm gonna keep on to the kind of brutal part of the trail. It's not very fun, but I'll show you guys kind of the terrain along the way. It's pretty brutal. So this is pretty much the terrain almost all the way. Check it out. All rocks, all boulders. Not too enjoyable, but when you get to the spot, it's pretty much worth it. Check it out, guys. Look at this. Whew. That's beautiful. Well, hit another section of boulders, so this should be fun. Hopefully I don't turn my ankle, but yeah, it's kind of sporadic. These areas happen throughout the trail, but it looks like this all the way up. Well, you can kind of see where the rock slides happened here. I'll just show you guys so you can check it out. Massive rock slides along there. So I gotta basically walk across all that stuff to get to over there. Alright, let's keep going. That's some clear water, let me tell you. Huh. Well, looks like I'm past the boulders here now and onto some smoother trails, for now anyway. I'm seeing a lot of water sources along the way, which is great. Actually, it'd be a good little spot to swim. Check it out. Oh, and I spoke too soon. More boulders. I gotta stop doing that. What an absolutely beautiful day. The sun's starting to peek out. So I spoke to a couple of peeps on their way back from a day hike, and they said there was only one couple that was camping at the spot where I'm heading, but they're on the way back, so apparently there's nobody up there, which is perfect for me. I like to have peace and quiet. I'm okay, you know, camping beside others and stuff like that, but yeah, I prefer just peace and serenity. Trail's starting to get a little better, a little smoother. Still some boulders here and there, but I think we're just a few minutes out from the spot, so let's keep going. Alright, well, I'm still trucking along here. Saw the two people that were camping on their way out, and I've kind of hit an area of like sort of river rock and stuff, so I must be getting close to the lake. More rocks, of course. All right, let's keep her going. Whew. Well, I finally made it to Greendrop Lake. Let me tell you, I know I sound like I'm complaining or whining, and I'm a pretty decent hiker, but that trail is not fun. It was definitely not fun. Let's go check out the lake and see what it looks like. Nice beautiful day as well. And from what I can see, there's only 2 camp spots that you can set your tent up, unless there's others kind of around the lake a little further. But check it out, Greendrop Lake. Not a bad little area. Well, I'm gonna set my pack down, and I gotta get lunch sorted here because I am hungry. I burned a lot of calories today. It took me a lot longer than I thought. It's 2 o'clock right now, and I did 4,663 feet, I think, of ascent from what I can see on my Garmin. So, get this heavy pack off me, and time to eat some food, get some calories back in me. Alright, so the pillow I'm using here on this trip is the quilted pillow. It's called the Luxe Pillow by Climate, Klymit. And I've been using it for a couple of years now. I'm sure they have newer models out there that are more comfortable, but it works well for me. It's got a little quilt around it, and it doesn't move around or slip around very much at night. And it's lightweight, obviously, so that's a benefit. So yeah, I'll put the link in the description. If they still have this one online, I'm sure they have others, but I'll put their website in the description for you guys to check out. Yeah, so the tent behind me here is the Nature Hike Monger 2, and I think in one of my last camping videos I accidentally said it's a 3-person tent. It's in the name, it's a Monger 2 2-person. It's just so spacious on the inside, and I'll show you guys what it looks like on the inside shortly. But yeah, it's a 2-person, and again, I'll put the link in the description of the outdoor gear review that reviews this tent with all the seams and stuff, and he gets his take on it, but I just use it every trip so far, and it's awesome. So yeah, nature hike, longer too. Check it out. So I've tried a few Alfredo pastas in the past. This one I know I haven't tried yet before, and it's called Alpine Air Foods. Grilled chicken with spinach Alfredo pasta. So I thought I'd give it a whirl. I found it at Canadian Tire in Chilliwack along the way here. So yeah, just add water, and this time I hope I add the appropriate, correct amount of water so that it's not dry and crunchy like the last time I went camping. So I'm gonna measure it out this time. But yeah, that's the name of the company there. If you guys want to check it out, I'll let you know how it tastes. Alright, so on this trip there won't be a fire for me. There's fire bans in place, so you are not allowed to have a fire anywhere. In fact, there was some pretty major fires recently around the area here, so yeah, no fire, which is okay. It's not too buggy, there's not too many mosquitoes. Knock on wood, I guess there's lots of wood for me to knock on around here, so but yeah, so far so good, not too many bugs. I've got some mosquito stuff, but yeah, I'll have to make do without a fire, which is not a big deal. So on this trip, I'm going to be testing out this chair that I purchased. Not a sponsored portion of the video, by Helinox. So my last chair that I had kind of broke down on me. One of the pieces on the leg snapped. I used it for quite some time though. It was a good quality, good brand. But I got a different company this time, and seems to be pretty decent quality. So again, Helinox, and let's get this thing set up. Nice. Oh, let's try this out. Oh yeah. Oh, that's nice. It's actually really sturdy, really comfortable. I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of the parts that twist on the bottom where the legs are though, because it kind of twists when you're sitting on it. So, but so far it's pretty dang comfortable. It's good for the back. Oh, I'm gonna sit here and chill for a bit. Alright, so let's try this one out. Let's see how it tastes. To be honest with you, I'm so hungry that I could eat the leaves around here. So hungry. Well, it looks like I put the right amount of water this time. So that's good, I think, anyway. Actually, I don't think I did. I don't think I put enough water. No, I don't think I did. Better than last time, though. Let's try this out. Well, I'm not a big fan of this one at all, to be honest. Yeah, the flavor is not very great on this particular one anyway. I bought another flavor in the same one, but It's not the greatest. It's not the greatest. Anyway, I'm gonna eat the whole thing because I'm starving, but yeah. Cute little fella. I love the way I eat. I'm gonna name him Frankie. The hell are you doing, bro? Nice moves, man. Nice moves. So one of the things I never leave home without these days is my water bladder, my Life Straw water bladder. It's just excellent. I don't know how much water it actually holds, but it just folds down so small and I could go drink. I know that water's probably okay to drink, but this beauty here is just absolutely easy to use and great. So, and you get to drink nice cold water rather than having to boil it and wait for it to cool down. So yeah, pretty awesome. Well, I'm nice and relaxed. I brought this beer with me here, only one because I had to have a pretty light pack. So but it's from Hoyne Brewing, and I've actually never had this before. It's Among Giants. It's probably showing backwards for you. But yeah, it's an IPA. Big fan of IPAs. And yeah, let's try it out. See how it tastes. Well, it's not cold, but it's not warm. So it's pretty dang good, actually. Hoyne Brewing. Nice. All right, let's go venture off around my camp spot here. See what we got going on. A couple of day hikers told me that there's some tent pads up ahead, a couple of minutes past the first tent pads. And yeah, I should have just walked a couple more minutes because, oh yeah, these are much better. Right on the lake. Wow. This is a much better spot. At least I know that for next time. I don't know if there'll be a next time. I like to try new hikes and new areas and go to different new spots. But man, when you get here, it's really peaceful and it's gorgeous. It's nice green color, like Lindeman Lake, the first lake that we walked by. And apparently this lake is much warmer to swim in versus Lindeman Lake, where you jump in and jump out. It's very, very cold. Actually, so much so that there was a group of 6 people just about half an hour ago that jumped in, did a little skinny dipping. So definitely ballsier than I am, that's for sure. Yeah, it's a sweet little spot. Like I said, I'll put the link in the description for you guys. Just a link on all trails on how to get here. There's a whole loop that you can do. And if you remember at the beginning of this video, it splits off to Flora Lake. So you can do an entire loop. So, nice little hike. Here's a nice little view of my camping area. Not very stealthy. I'm just over there. definitely a little bit chilly up here, up this elevation. It's not very high elevation, but I had to put my jacket on because it's kind of colder. There's some massive trees around here. Look at this. It's huge. I don't think the camera does it justice, but kind of the annoyance by my campsite here is this tree here. So these are obviously massive trees, but look at this. So somebody actually had a fire here. It's almost like they were intentionally trying to light this tree on fire. I don't understand. Well, it's always great to find a bullet at your campsite, so that's cool. Well, I'll be taking that with me. Very, very low caliber, like very, very small caliber. But still, I don't want to leave that here. I will take that little fella with me. I don't see any other ones. It's kind of strange. But a little unnerving to see that in your campsite. It's kind of a little Blair Witchy vibe going on. Yeah, and there's nobody. So everyone that was here before, the groups that were camping just over there, I guess somewhere, and the day hikers are all gone. So it quite literally is just me by myself, 8-9 kilometers into the trail, up some elevation, take a while to get back out. There's something unnerving about that, but at the same time, I really enjoy the peace and quiet. So I got the birds to keep me company. All right, guys, well, I'm gonna give this second one a shot here, and I kind of have to because I've got another one here, but it's also an Alfredo, a different flavor, but I'm gonna give this one a shot. Kung Pao grilled chicken from the same company, which is Alpine Air Foods, 600 calories. So let's see how this one tastes. I'm gonna put more boiling water in this. Hopefully it makes it less kind of crunchy with dry spots inside of it like the last one had. But the last one I measured it out to a T based on what their instructions were, and it was still dry in some areas of the meal. So let's give it a shot, see how it tastes. I'll let you guys know. I feel like I'm adding more, but that's 1 cup. And let's go with 2 cups. That should be pretty solid. Should be to their specifications, I'm thinking. Let's put that there. So, let's see. This one is with rice rather than pasta, so I think rice is maybe a little bit more complicated to cook. I don't know, but hopefully this one is better than the last one, because the last one wasn't all that great. Alright, well, let's try the Kung Pao chicken. Let's see how this one fares compared to the Alfredo, because, yeah, well, I don't want to talk about it anymore, but I ate the whole thing. It actually filled me up. I was pretty full with it, so that's the Kung Pao chicken. Hopefully you can see that. It looks pretty good, actually. It smells pretty good, too. And it looks like I added the right amount of water, so that's good, too. Let's try this out. Okay. The Kung Pao chicken is good. But there's still some dry parts in it. I guess you gotta stir it like halfway through and then reclose it and then let it sit longer? I don't know. It didn't say that in the instructions, but there's still a lot of dry parts in the food. So maybe I have to add even more water, I don't know. But the flavor's good on this one, the Kung Pao chicken, it's good. You can hear the crunching. Well, I got a nice roaring hot fire. It's keeping me warm and keeping the bugs away. Oh, it's perfect. Just kidding, no, it's just my light. It's got a setting for a fire. I can't have a fire, but I like to have the glowing sensation that I'm having a fire right now, so I'll take what I can get. This is a great little light, actually. It's got a magnetic thing too, as well on the... You can connect it to whatever you want, but I use it for my camera stuff, but it's got lots of different settings. I'm not going to show you the other settings because the colors will give you a seizure, but yeah, no, I'm getting a little sleepy for sure. It's getting to be about 9 o'clock, 9:15, and for me, you know, it's getting to be bedtime pretty soon, you know, especially with the 8K run or walk, I should say, that I did today. So I'll probably hit the sack soon. It's been a glorious day, so amazing, and I'm gonna have to truck out of here early in the morning and do the whole kilometer thing again tomorrow, and then I'll probably have lunch at Lindeman Lake tomorrow morning. I've got that last one meal, which is another Alfredo by the same company, different kind of Alfredo. But yeah, and then it's time for me to get back home. A little bit of a drive back home, maybe hour and a half, 2 hours drive, depending on traffic. But yeah, I will see you guys when I finish up and head into the tent for bedtime. Well, I am super tired. It's time for sleep. But I wanted to show you guys the inside of the tent here, just to show you how kind of big it is. So that's my hiking pack there. Let me zoom out a bit. And yeah, it's a pretty good size, actually. You know, got my MEC sleeping bag and my hiking pack right beside me with my bear spray right there, nice and close. But yeah, hopefully there's no disruptions. Tonight I've got my headphones on, my Bluetooth headphones. I'm going to watch a movie for a bit and I'm guaranteed to fall asleep because I'm so tired. But I'll probably be up at maybe 6 or 7 tomorrow morning. And then I got a long haul to get back to the parking lot. So my pack is a little lighter, but not that much lighter. But yeah, it should be a good, nice haul. And I'm contemplating whether I eat lunch at the first lake that you saw earlier in the video, or if I head over to Wendy's and crush a hamburger. So I don't know, I'm still deciding. But at any rate, I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Morning, guys. Well, it's 5:30 in the morning. The birds are chirping, as you can hear. I slept pretty good, actually. And my air mattress didn't lose air this time. So I'm going to get my stuff packed up and clean up the area here and then head back to the car. Well, I'm back on the trail. My camp spot is cleaned up. And yeah, it's definitely worth an experience at least once. But just know that the trail is pretty tough in the sense of being bouldery and that kind of stuff. But yeah, All right, a couple hours and I'll be back to the car. Thanks for the watch, guys, and the subscribe and the like and the support of my channel. Really appreciate it. I'll see you on the next one.